What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Jeep and Things / reviews. Even though this is not a Jeep, got to work on the channel name, but it's the 2024 Ford Ranger 10,000 mile review. My thoughts on it. You can see that's flickering. It's really not flickering. It's just your LED driving lights that I lit up. But 10,000 miles, a little over. We'll look at that here in a second. Thoughts, likes. I purchased this on November 5th. It is currently April 22nd. So I've had it 5.5 months or longer. And we've already put 10,000 miles on it. It has been to Colorado, which is, I'm in southeast Missouri. So that's about 1,100 mile trip one way, if I'm not mistaken. Went to Tennessee yesterday. So that was another 300 mile round trip. Actually, I've got an appointment here in just a little bit to get the oil changed in it. But my thoughts, my likes, still loving the truck. And just to be honest with you, I believe this is the first vehicle in a while that I've actually put 10,000 miles on. Why? Because I'm stupid. All right. No, seriously, loving this truck. Now, once again, we'll look at the sticker as we always do, the window sticker on it. And the reason I'm going to do that is because Ford has employee pricing out right now. Then I'll tell you what I paid for this, which I did in my 5,000 mile review. Because some dealers, and this particular dealer does give excellent discounts. Now, this truck is the base model STX. Love it. Love it. It came with the running boards, and that was actually an add-on. It wasn't free. It came with the mud guards, which was an add-on. And then the dealership threw in a tonneau cover, which was not on the truck at no extra charge. And of course, it has the easy let down tailgate. I don't have my flashlight with me, but you can see the dealership Rhino lined it, and that's doing excellent. So I did get some add-ons put on. It did come with the trailer tow package. And there's the outside of it. I'm thinking about getting some wheels put on it. The tires at 10,000 miles, which these are Goodyear Wrangler territories. It's got a rock in it at 10,000 miles. Tread's holding up well. Have had no issues with it, nor would I expect to have issues with it at 10,000 miles. There's the back tire. And of course, I do get my tires rotated at every oil change. We'll take a look at the back. Soft touch here, plastic up here. Oh, and the dealership did, at no extra charge, threw in all-weather floor mats. And of course, and I'm going to show you this because, there you go. You would be surprised how many mid-size trucks do not have this. I got me some little hooks here, Amazon. Got our traveling bar up here. But once again, Toyota does not have that. I don't know if you can get that in Toyota if you go up to their upper trim levels. The Chevy Trail Boss, the GMC Canyon, in the lower trim models did not have that. Now in 2025, they may have changed that. I'm not for certain. But in the 24 Rangers, you do get it. And one quick note, the XLTs, and there are a couple different seat color configurations. In the XLTs, this is STX/XL, same seats. Very comfortable. Like I said, we've taken it across country. Rides real well. Let's go around to the other side and start it up real quick before we get out of here. There's your welcome screen. We'll fire it up here real quick. The Apple CarPlay kicks in pretty quick. You can see we are at 10,176 miles. The interior, I love it. Me particularly, this being a base model trim is all blacked out. There's no chrome accents. Personally, I love that. Straight black. In an XLT, this would be, and lariat on up, this would be a phone charger. It is not. It's just plastic. You do have some charger ports down there. There's a 12 volt in here in the glove box. I got a little tray up there. 4 high, 4 low. Kicks in quickly. That's one thing about a Ford. If you have a rear locker, etc., it will kick in very quick. This does not have a rear locker. The infotainment center. And I do want to say, I'm just going to play this just for a second so I don't get in trouble, but okay, we'll pause that real quick. Absolutely love the sound of the stereo in this truck. Once again, base model. I've had lariat Ford Rangers that have the Bang & Olufsen system in it. Sounds great. My Jeep Rubicon had the Alpine system. Oh boy, sounded great. Okay, those are upper trim level vehicles. Base model truck, that stereo system, and you probably couldn't tell going through my GoPro here, but man, it's all I need. It is truly all I need. Now, the infotainment center, it changes quickly. We'll just go to maps. Boom, it brings up map. We can go to, oh, gotta go the other way. There you go. There's your split screen. Works very fast. This is the 10-inch screen. If you get an XLT, most XLTs, Lariat, they have a 12-inch screen. The 10-inch screen is plenty big for me. There's your AC controls down there to where you can do it on the screen. Pops right up. Or, and it's got your front, max AC, etc. Or you have manual controls down here. However you prefer to do it. You can also change your temperature setting by the screen, or you can do it by the fan speed. Love, the screen looks excellent. I do. Now here's the one thing, and I said this in my last review. Base model has lane keep assist, which I personally don't like. Oh, there's my gas mileage. We are averaging 23.3 miles a gallon. That's pretty darn good. I know my Toyota Tacoma, my 2022 TRD off-road would average 17 to 18. I'll take that any day of the week. And when we've went on an extended trip per se at Colorado, even at elevation, it would clock in about 24.5, 25 miles a gallon. And you can change the configuration of the screen. If anybody wants to see just how the screen works, put it in the comments and I'll do a video over that. Now here's the thing, this does not have dual heat and air. And when my wife and I take a long trip or are together, we don't always agree on the temperature. But the one thing is these vents, they will close all the way. So if she's over here in the passenger seat and she's cold, she can just shut it off. I do wish it had dual heat and air, which you cannot get in the base model. A couple other things. It's got a couple little cubby holes. It's got plenty of storage for up here. When we travel, the wife puts her cell phone down here. I've got mine mounted up there. Cup holders. Auto start stop. There's your drive modes, your traction control. As I said before, apps, you know, the old Rangers and the Jeeps have the, I think Nissan still does, I don't know about, I think Chevy's electronic brake. You got the old pull handle, and I don't know about Nissan, but I know Jeeps still have that. That's fine. Did think I would like an electric parking brake. Oh my Lord, I do love an electric parking brake. And I do love, and you can set all these in your control. If you're driving and I'm at a stoplight or on a hill and I just push, oh, I gotta put my seatbelt on. Hold on. All right, we got the seatbelt on. Put it in drive. See the little hand? We're gonna take off. If you come to a stoplight, just give it an extra little push. Foot is not on the brake. It will hold you on a hill, at a stoplight, etc. And then when you want to take off, just push the gas a little bit. It goes off. Absolutely love that feature. There's probably some features I'm going to miss. Power windows, door locks. Does not have blind spot monitoring, but you can see, we'll roll down the window here. That little concave mirror in the side works excellent for traffic that may be in your blind spot. So that your little blind spot mirror works excellent. Like I said, the seats are comfortable, and we'll turn her off here for a second. The seats are manual adjusting. This is your recline. This will lift your seat up, push it to go down. That's your lumbar support. On the passenger side, I believe it's the same. I don't know if they have the lumbar support or not. They do not. But they do have the up and down function, and you do have recline. So, we're about 11 and a half minutes in. If anybody's got any questions or any special videos they want me to do on this, I do plan on doing, I've got an upgrade in mind. Let that truck get by. I don't have my mic on. And once again, there's your, it does have LED headlights, incandescent fog lights, and it does have automatic bright and dim headlights that work excellent. A 2022 Toyota Tacoma TRD off-road, it would just make people mad. I had to leave the automatic bright dim headlights off. Enough of that. So there you go. I'm probably forgetting something, but that is the 10,000, little over 10,000 mile review of my Ford Ranger STX. Still loving this truck, and here in about 3 weeks I'll be off for a little while. Plan on doing a couple things to it. Stay tuned for those. But there you have it. I hope y'all have a great day. Absolutely loving my Ranger after 10,000 miles in 5.5 months. We'll holler at you later. As always, we have bonus coverage. I was going to show you the window sticker. Here we go. Nope, that is not the window sticker. Here we go. You can pause it. And there's the features that it has. Here are the add-ons. There's the price, discount. Final price was $39,030 MPG. It does obtain that, as you saw on the highway. When we take trips, it will exceed that. Here's the deal, $39,030. After working with them back in November, got it out the door. Of course, I traded in my Jeep, but $36,000. They have a white Ford Ranger STX just like this, except it doesn't have the, it may have the step sides on it. And it does have a rear locker. Besides that, it's basically identical to this, but it's white. Price was actually $38,900, was a little less than this. They now have employee pricing on it. Before the employee pricing came out, they had that truck for $34,000. They had $4,000 off online. Now that the employee pricing is out, they've got it at 30. It was 34,000 X amount of dollars. Now with employee pricing, it is 35,000 X amount of dollars. So you could have got it less with their discounts. In this dealership, you could probably go in and say, hey, before this Ford pricing, you had it at 34,000, whatever. They would give it to you. But just a side note, if you have a dealership that does deep discounts or good discounts, you can probably get it just as much or even less than the Ford employee pricing, which is a good deal. I know other dealerships or other manufacturer brands are jumping on that bandwagon. Anyhow, I forgot to show you that, so there we are. Y'all have a great evening.